Welcome. I just seen one article, Hindustan Times article. I just felt like reading because anyway it is English article, English newspaper article, and anyway it is English channel, so there's nothing to explain. But I wanted to read. It is a reading video. Just listen when I'm reading the article. This is about actually Supreme Court quashes multiple FIRs, not a single FIR, multiple FIRs under Uttar Pradesh Act on Religious Conversion, and it made a statement that law should not be a tool to harass innocent. That's actually a comment made by Supreme Court, and they quashed multiple FIRs. All the FIRs are forcible conversion FIRs. But actually, there are many states, they introduced anti-conversion laws, and they said that forcible conversion should not be done, but they not defined what does it mean by force actually. Till now, no state government who introduced anti-conversion laws on the allegations that the forcible conversions are taking place, and nobody defined what is a force. What does it mean by force, right? A pastor, an independent pastor, a single individual. Sometimes they file mass conversion cases. They say that converting, people at large number, a mass conversion. How can a pastor, an independent pastor, can force so many people at a time to convert? Okay. So, sometimes the courts, or at least the state governments, they should define what is a force according to me. But anyway, this keep on going on. At least they wanted to control the maybe conversion, so they're just making the laws as per as me. Anyway, let's talk about this article. I'll just read it for you. Just try to see. We'll read the article actually here. Observing that criminal law cannot be, from here we'll read. Observing that criminal law cannot be a tool to harass innocent citizens, the Supreme Court on Friday quashed several FIRs registered at Fatehpur district of Uttar Pradesh over alleged offence of mass religious conversions of Hindu into Christianity. This is actually, the many FIRs went to Supreme Court. In a significant judgment on invocation of Uttar Pradesh prohibition of unlawful conversion of Religious Act 2021, this bench comprising of J.B. Pardiwala and Manoj Mishra quashed as many as 5 FIRs against several persons, including Rajendra Bihari Lal, Vice Chancellor of Uttar Pradesh, Sam Higginbottom University of Agriculture, Technology and Science. Oh, I think there is Rajendra Bihar Lal, Vice Chancellor of Uttar Pradesh, Sam Higginbottom University. Why there is a FIR on him on religious conversion? I don't know. Justice Pardiwala, who authored a 158-page judgment, he has given 158-page judgment, found that the FIRs were vitiated by legal infirmities, procedural lapses, lack of credible material, ruled that continuing such prosecutions would amount to a travesty of justice. Such a serious comment they made, that leading to such prosecutions would amount to travesty of justice. The criminal law cannot be allowed to be made a tool of harassment of innocent persons, allowing prosecuting agencies to initiate prosecution at their whims and fancy, their will and wish, on the basis of completely incredulous material. That means the investigating agencies or prosecuting agencies are conspiring against these people to file. It means that they're going with their whims and fancy on basis of completely incredulous material. The court made this statement. The verdict said, while referring to glaring infirmities in registration of one of the FIRs lodged in 2022, they are referring to one of the FIRs. So, referring to the facts of one of the FIRs, the verdict said it was not open to the police to overcome the difficulty by getting persons with vested interests to make complaints regarding the same alleged incident. After a considerably delay, thereafter initiate a fresh round of investigation against largely the same set of accused persons. Unfortunately, this is the only impression which the material on record has left on us. That means the police people, they they arrested people first. They did not find any ground to file the cases, and later they brought few witnesses. They created some witnesses and they brought them, and later on their complaints they registered the cases after arrest. So that court says that we have got some evidence on that, some material which we got on this. That's what they want to say. The bench rejected the submissions that the FIR should not be quashed by the top court. Okay, that's a different case. Okay, this court, as the highest constitutional court, has been conferred with the powers as enshrined under Part 3 of the Constitution to provide remedies against the violation of fundamental right. Obviously, the very fact that the right to constitutional remedies has itself been enshrined as fundamental right is a clear affirmation that this court is the ultimate guarantee of their enforcement. That's what they try to say, that once the Constitution has cast such a responsibility upon it, the court need not to direct a petitioner to pursue an alternative remedy. No, not this. Let's talk about only the case. Referring to judgments, he said, where the High Court is satisfied that process of any court is being abused or likely to be abused, and the ends of justice would not be secured, it is not only empowered but also obligated under the law to exercise inherent powers. Let's talk about court powers. The settled position of law mentioned legislature would be abused. Referring to judgment quash FIR, existence of multiple FIRs for the same alleged incident stamps an abuse of investigative powers. There is one statement it made that existence of multiple FIRs and the same alleged incident stamps an abuse of investigative powers. Incident is same, but multiple FIRs they open and the incident is the same. Undermines the fairness of the investigative process and expose the accused to unwarranted harassment. This, right? Yeah, this is an article. It was published on October 20. I think it's on October 17. Anyway, this is the news. I just found it. I wanted to read it for you, that you understood that the police people are investigating agencies. They are filing multiple unnecessary FIRs on this. Most probably Christian related priests and pastors and bishops, maybe some recently nuns were arrested and on the allegations of conversions, right? So without base, without proper proof, they're just violating, using the powers of the police, and they're filing FIRs. And the court said that it is injustice to do that, because if there is a crime, you can file a case, but you should not create incidents and using power at their will and whimsy and fancy. Then they should not do that. That's what actual court tried to say. Otherwise, it is grave injustice to the people, to the innocents. That's what court said. Thank you. Namaskar.